What's up, guys? Welcome to the 10 at 10, where we show you 10 of the coolest trees this week on MrMaple.com. But wait, it's actually 20. Let's get into it.
Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to the 10 at 10 for February 27th of 2024. I'm Matt.
And I'm Corbin.
And we're coming back at y'all with some new plants. Guys, we've got an exciting lineup here on the table. Let's jump right into it, man. Today we got some Sharp's Pygmy.
Guys, this one is an awesome small leaf tree. It's got a nice dense compact habit, and I love the serration on the leaf. I mean, it looks pretty sharp.
Yeah, now Sharp's Pygmy was named by Jim Sharp, and it was named for that dense compact habit. Kind of fits into that Makawa family a little bit. This one's exceptionally popular for bonsai. It does like a little bit more shade, so it doesn't want to be in as much of a full sun condition, but the coloration on this one is great. It's a small dwarf green, goes to a bold orangey red in the fall, and that density to it is really what draws in the bonsai people.
Yeah, I think this one is a real nice, it's going to be more of a bush shape. It's going to get 5 to 6 feet tall by 5 to 6 feet wide in 15 years. I mean, this is going to be a nice one to fill out that landscape. Throw it where, you know, you got a little bit of space to let this thing shine.
This one's exceptionally popular for conifer gardens, great in a container as well. Excellent dwarf compact form. Check out quick, the Sharp's Pygmies will go fast today. Always popular for bonsai. They're low grafts, I always let people know, and you bonsai people, they are grafted, but great tree to start with for bonsai. So guys, we have an upcoming open house. It's getting here quicker than I can expect. I'm a little nervous how quickly time keeps moving on. We're gonna be open here April 5th and 6th. That Friday is gonna be the main day. We're gonna be open from 8 to 5 that Friday. We're gonna have a food truck, we're gonna have a coffee vehicle here. You're gonna be able to get some great food, great coffee, fun times with all the Maple people. Plan on trying to figure out how to do that game show. I don't know, we're gonna be getting into that. And then there's a little bonus day on that Saturday. So Saturday we're gonna be open just from 8 to 12.
Yeah, man, people are hard at work building that obstacle course for the game show. We got some alligators in last week.
Double dare.
So, yeah, exactly. Get ready for that. And next up, we got Cryptomeria japonica Golden Promise.
Oh, this one's nice, guys. This one is a really nice Japanese cedar. It's going to work zones 5 through 9 as well. That small compact habit really shows off, and it really pairs really nicely with dark maroon, so it looks great in the garden with Japanese maples. But that small compact habit and that bright yellow make this an essential conifer for the landscape.
Yeah, I just love the texture on these. I mean, each little branch is just so nice with how the color changes from the top to the bottoms as that season changes. And I mean, it's such a nice green to yellows to oranges at the top of it, man.
Now, typically this one's about 4 foot tall, even in 10 years, so very compact, more of a globular shape to this one. It was actually an introduction in the UK by Don Hatch Nursery, and an excellent overall introduction. It does look great as a pot topper too. You can put this on a big patio planter and let it just kind of fill out to that rounded shape. Absolutely love what this one can do. And it works pretty much anywhere you can grow Japanese maples as well. Give this one a little bit more sunlight. With a lot of the Cryptomeria, you want to be giving them at least 4 hours of sun for their best colors.
Yeah, man, this is an awesome one to have in your garden.
All right, we're bringing back some more Makawa types. What do we got next for them, Corbin?
Oh yeah, we got Catalina Yatsubusa, man.
Variegated Makawa Yatsubusa form. We've helped popularize this one on Mr. Maple, and some darn good sizes today, if I say so myself.
Yeah, man, I'm having a hard time not just snatching this thing up right now. I mean, I love Catalina Yatsubusa. Such a nice introduction to that Makawa family. It's got a funky looking leaf to it. Love some of that lime greens to chartreuse green variegation that happens in that. I mean, this is just going to stand out in that Makawa garden.
Excellent chance to pick up some good sizes of Catalina Yatsubusa. I like this one. It reminds me a little bit like Manu Sato kind of thing on a Makawa type. More of a green on green. So it's like that lime green on dark green like he was saying. And then that green kind of fades to more of a mint. You can get some real funky fall colors on it too. I mean, you get a little bit of what you love about Makawa with that orangey red going on. But you also get a little bit of that lighter variegation still going on in the fall. Really a great addition to the Makawa family. And again, some wonderful 1 gallon sizes right now. These are going to, be very popular today. You can put these in a big container as well, or in the ground. This one has been exceptionally sun tolerant for us here in Western North Carolina. Now we're only in zone 6B here, but it has done pretty well from what I've seen a little further south with a little bit more sun exposure. Maybe that Makawa influence there helping it out some.
Yeah, man. I mean, two awesome trees. You're talking about that awesome variegation style from like Menu no Sato. Smash that together with a Makawa, and that's a match made in heaven, and that's what we got with Catalina Yatsubusa right
Yeah, very similar growth rate to Makawa. So typically, you know, not even 4 to 5 foot in 10 years. Nice and compact, but awesome overall habit. That tight shingled layering and variegated. You know, don't sleep on this one, guys. Grab you a Catalina Yatsubusa today.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, one of my all-time favorite, you think I say that a lot? I do. But this one is one of my all-time favorite lace leaves. I consider this one the Mack truck of Japanese maples. Today on the table, we've got Acer palmatum Germaine's gyration.
Yeah, get some motion going because we got Germaine gyration right here. Guys, one of my favorite trees in Matt and Tim's mom's garden is this huge Germaine's gyration. I mean, if you like the movement and the structure of Japanese maples, this is one you are going to want to add to your garden. It is such a vigorous grower.
Right.
And I mean, it goes funky all over the place, guys.
Heat tolerant, contorted, fast growing. This is one of those trees that will give you the appearance of like a tree at the Biltmore house or like some of those Japanese maples at Longwood Gardens. A lot of people, they look at Japanese maples and they'll start to do like, it's kind of morbid. They'll be like, 15 years? I don't know if I got 15 years. You're like, you can enjoy Japanese maples at any size. But I always like to let people know with Germaine's gyration, this is a tree that looks 100 years old, even in 10 years. In 10 years, the size expectancy on Germaine's gyration is 10 by 10. There's not another weeping lace leaf that grows that fast. I mean, this thing gets out there, green lace leaf going to a golden yellow in the fall, sometimes even bold oranges, exceptional size 1 gallons. Don't sleep on these. This one is a fast grower. If you've got space for it, it is exceptional. Now, you will need a little bit of room for that 10 by 10 in 10 years because it will surprise you how fast this one grows.
Great for the lazy gardener. I mean, throw it out there. Your friends are going to be like, man, you're such a great pruner, man.
Right.
And it's like,
I think
oh,
you can lie and be like, we've had this one in the family since 68. It's an older tree. You know, you can totally lie with this one. You can plant it, have it in there about 8 years, and it's going to look like something that's massive. Yeah, we passed this one down from generations in our family.
Exactly, man. I mean, and you could have this in your garden too, so.
Also, exceptionally sun tolerant. So you're going to love Germaine's gyration. Great sizes. Pick some of those up today. Speaking of sun tolerance, speaking of heat tolerance, we got some hotties on the table. We're bringing back Hot Blonde, y'all.
Guys, Acer oliveranum, I mean, we talk about it. It has some superpowers. It leaves out late. It is tolerant. I mean, it eats up the sun, and it's such a fast-growing tree. I mean, I've seen some pretty large hot blondes, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, no.
I'm like, how old is that thing? And, you know,
You're not supposed to ask him that either.
6 years old. I mean, this thing is huge. And, I mean, the spring color, you're going to get some amazing yellows with almost like a red border flushing in through that thing. And this is going to be killer, man.
I absolutely love this plant. You know, it's one of our favorites here at our nursery. Exceptionally heat tolerant. We love Acer olivieranum. It's a Chinese maple, but it's likely a hybrid with Acer suresolemnum aureum. And that's where we get that late leaf out factor on Hot Blonde, which is really super cool because you're getting a very heat tolerant tree, but it also has that late frost protection because it doesn't leaf out super early like many Acer olivieranums do. Excellent plant all around. This one's going to work zone 6 through zone 9. We are trialing it in zone 5. We've had great results so far. And I've had a ton of people growing it in zone 5. We want to give it a few more years before we truly say zone 5. Overall, one of our best plants we'll ever introduce. Some great size 1 gallons in these. We got this tree to Talon before we even bought Buckholtz Nursery, and he went nuts for it. He loved it. He started producing a ton of them. And so we've got a great supply of these on stock. We're bringing them to you from the Buckholtz Farm Grass. Some great looking hot blondes. Grab one today. Be ready for spring. I think you're going to really see why people are so excited about this plant.
Yeah, man. I mean, such great colors throughout the whole entire season. You're getting all that other stuff in the package too. I mean, this tree, you know how I was talking about the lazy gardener? This is for the impatient gardener who just loves a little bit of flash in their garden. And this thing is going to look great.
It eats that heat up too, like you were saying. Like we have some customers in Bishopville, South Carolina, hot, muggy areas, and they just grow exceptional in some heat. This is going to love the South. You know, up to zone 9 as well for a plant, so it's very durable. And it seems like in those hotter zones, I've had people growing this one in Charleston. It just grows faster. Like the one growing in Charleston is bigger than the original one in my yard now. It absolutely loves that. And awesome fall color. I had someone say, spoiler alert, if you hadn't saw our podcast on our favorite fall color maples, this was number 1. So I actually picked this. It was right above Osakazuki. I love the pink reds it reaches, and someone was like, oh, really? Your own intro's number 1? I was like, yeah, this is my list, buddy. I'm picking my favorites. What do you think we do here? All right, Hot Blonde, check it out today, guys. Nothing but hitters, y'all. Nothing but hitters. We got a home run.
Acer palmatum, Ruby Day Sophia. I mean, if you like reticulated maples, if you like that pinkish blushing with that nice green eye, pick up a Ruby Day Sophia today.
Excellent sizes on these rubies as well. One of the things I love the most about this one, it's like the Go series, it's reticulated, it's like a lot of those trees you like, but it's got a funky, weird shape. It's way more contorted than any of the other reticulated trees. So it kind of gets low and wide. It kind of puts on these weird, contorted shapes to it. Absolutely love how irregular this tree is. It kind of just throws branches on everywhere, and it spirals. I mean, for lack of a better term, it kind of spirals around, which is a super cool trait on a reticulated ghost-style Japanese maple. Now, you'll get some pink blush on this one in the early spring. Excellent fall colors. Bruce Burton posted some pictures of this one in fall color. We may need to ask him. Killing it in fall color on some of those reds. Not any of his AI-generated photos either. Like actual photo of this thing in the fall. Absolutely killing it.
Yeah, you got to watch out for Bruce, man.
Shout out to Bruce.
He's definitely helping old Skynet along with the AI-generated photos.
We got AI-generated of Corbin and Sean and me and Tim. They crack us up. We appreciate. We're flattered and humbled. Check out Ruby Day Sophia today, though. This one's typically in that 6 to 7 foot range in 10 years. That contortedness gives it a little bit slower growth rate because it's so funky. It's putting on branches in all directions. If you're already a fan of reticulation, man, grab one of these. You're going to love the addition it is to your garden.
Yeah, springtime, I think, is one of my favorite times for this tree. You know, you get that heavy reticulation that you're seeing, that nice pink color. And I mean, holy cow, this tree, whenever I first saw pictures of it, I was like, what in the world is that? I love the name, too. It kind of rolls off the tongue. And it's going to be an awesome tree to have in your garden, especially during that spring and the fall.
Ruby Day Sophia, zones 5 through 9. Guys, we're going to be headed down to Texas the week after open house, so check our website for dates. We'll be adding a whole bunch of information about pickups. We're going to have a Nacogdoches, Texas pickup at Stephen F. Austin. It's going to be SFA pickup. We're also going to have a Dallas Arboretum pickup. Check our website for all that information. We'll be posting a ton in Mr. Maple Friends about complete updates where you can catch us and win for our meetups. And yeah, we're going to come down there and do some eat-ups and eat some brisket. That's really what it's all about for us. We come down and do some maples and brisket tour. Me and Corbin, Sean, and Tim just see some of the Texans we want to see. There's a bunch of fun people in Texas already, and we're going to eat some of your brisket.
Oh, yeah, brisket and brisket. Did I mention brisket, man?
Brisket's really the real reason for the trip. Guys, next up on the table, we got Acer palmatum, Seho. The oldest video here on our channel, actually.
Yeah, man, I love this tree. I think you and Tim describe it as a vigorous dwarf at first.
Oxymoron.
Yeah. And I mean, I love those small leaves on the tree. It has a very nice shape. I mean, it's going to shoot off all these branches off at first and then kind of thicken down, get more bushy in the long run. And I mean, those leaves are just so tiny and awesome. I mean, I'm a sucker for little leaves.
Yeah, I mean, you know Corbin likes the bonsai. I think this one's a great tree for bonsai because not only does it have tiny foliage, great purple border in the early spring, it puts on a lot of density from within. So it's very forgiving. You can shape this one, you can play with it. You know, a lot of people look at this when they think from the spring color, it's going to look more like a kiyohime. It's way more of a globe than a toadstool. So it's not a mushroom shape, it's more of a small globe. And it's really unique in that because it gives you a lot of vertical interest, but then a lot of density from within. So you can shape that and play with that a ton. I think even at a young age, Seho is going to be one that you've got a lot of material to work with for a bonsai artist.
Yeah, man, and talking about that density, you can see just an inch of this branch right here has more buds than an inch of almost any other tree I've seen. I mean, it's going to dense up nice. It's going to look great for bonsai. And I mean, air layering on this thing is going to work pretty well as well. So.
Oh yeah, pinchback method works great too. Some of the smallest leaves in the entire maple world. Great purple border. It's got like a dark red border to a greenish yellow eye in the spring, fades to a light green, oranges, yellows, and reds in the fall. I got a big one of these in my garden. In fact, Corbin just helped me move it to the front yard. That is a big plant. Absolutely love the plant. I mean, I say big. There's a 20-year-old tree that we brought in from Buckholz, and it's probably 3.5, 4 feet tall, 3.5, 4 feet wide now, but it is a beautiful tree. We'll have to do a cultivar breakdown. Since our first video was Sejo, this spring we'll have to get out there and show you what a very mature one looks like now. This one sells out. It's one of our most popular trees. We've kind of helped push this one into the U.S. markets a lot, but definitely check out today, Acer palmatum Sejo. This one's going to work zones 5 through 9.
Say hey, say ho, man.
Say less, dude.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Say more. We love having Corbin in the video with me today. It has a blast, and we're bringing out Spring Blast.
Guys, we are in the countdown towards spring, and you better be ready to blast off. I mean, this thing is going to look awesome. Man, an awesome ghost type reticulation going on in this tree. I mean, amazing spring colors. Got that white eye to almost like a pinkish color on the edges. And I mean, this tree looks pretty awesome during the spring and the fall.
Oh, it is fun. It's kind of that in-between world between like Firefly and the original Peaches and Cream. It's in that kind of vein. Heavily divided leaf, which looks really cool on that reticulated variegation. It can get some pinks to reds on that border, so it really shows out there. This one's impressed me. I like it a lot. You know, the name's similar to a lot of other trees with spring in it, so it might get lost in the mix there, but this one tends to sell out for us. People have really responded to that color pattern it has. Beautiful tree, typically in that 6 to 8 foot kind of range in 10 years. Spring Blast is going to work zones 5 through 9. Good grower too. I mean, like I said, in that kind of range, typically over a foot of growth a year. Also very multi-stem to its approach, so you get a lot of branches down low. Spring Blast has been excellent though. This is one you could put in a container, bring it up on the patio and enjoy those colors. But if you're a reticulated or variegation collector, Ruby Day Sophia and Spring Blast on the same 10 at 10, those are going to be some peak choices for those reticulated collectors.
Yeah, man, throw this in front of like a darker green backdrop to really pick those colors up. I mean, I love that, how the leaf looks. I mean, it's such a funky looking leaf, heavily divided like you were saying. And this tree is going to bring something to that ghost garden. I mean, throw something in there. And I mean, Spring Blast, it is going to throw a show in the springtime. Guys, pick these up. We also have, you can buy them now, pick them up at open house, or on the Texas trip if you're somebody we're delivering to down there. Excellent tree, Acer palmatum Spring Blast. Now remember, this is just 10 of the 20 trees. We actually have 20 trees listing. Emails should be out now. Don't kill me in the comments. They're always coming soon. Sometimes they don't go on until the middle of the video, but those emails are going out, guys. We've got a great lineup for you. This is just 10 of the 20. Check that email to see the full listing for today at 10. Guys, we just talked about 2 awesome non-ghosts. Right. Now let's talk about some real ghosts. We don't got brother ghosts, we got sister ghosts here today. Yeah, man. Sister Ghost is great. One of the original Ghost series. Our goal is to get all those Ghost series out there. You can buy them as a full set here at MrMaple. We're really producing anything that was at Buckholtz Farm in as big a numbers as we can. Sister Ghost, classic Japanese maple by Talon Buckholtz. Go watch our whole podcast where we break down the Ghost series. We also have some individual videos where we talk about them, and we rank them between Talon's ranking, mine, and Tim's. So you have to see where Sister Ghost falls there. I love this one. It's a creamy variegation. It's got a lot of reticulation to it. Big style foliage, really shows out. Yeah, man. I mean, like we said about some of those reticulations, like being able to see the actual cells and veins inside of it, like inside the leaf, is such a interesting thing. If you just love studying plants, I mean, getting to see that whole entire veining is amazing. And I mean, this is a great backdrop for it. It's really going to highlight that. And I mean, like you said, you got to collect all those ghosts in the family. You don't want them to be lonely. So you got to have a sister. You got to have grandma ghost. Right. Fill that garden up. Hey, we love this one. I've been surprised by how heat tolerant it is. I've had customers in Atlanta with this one in a good bit of sunlight. Typically more hotter zones, you want to give it some late day shade to hold that reticulation. It doesn't devariegate, but you'll hold the spring color longer into the summer with some late day shade. Going to work zones 5 through 9. Exceptional grower, right around 8 to 10 foot in 10 years. Really fills out nicely, kind of like semi-pendulous too. I mean, it'll kind of throw on some branches that hang down, which just gives a little something extra. Grab you a sister ghost today. We've been trying to get a lot of those ghosts on those 10 at 10s. We've had baby and uncle recently, so a lot of y'all collecting that ghost series, hopefully hitting those check boxes. Oh yeah, we got Acer palmatum Orion. I mean, I want to sing the O'Reilly Auto Parts song. Orion. Okay, I won't do it. Orion is awesome, guys. Introduction by Red Maple Nurseries. So
Dick Wolf had so many home runs, him and Billy Schwartz. Billy's coming to visit us this spring. He's always a riot. And I love Orion. It's a witch's broom, so you kind of get a Matt Murray style and that nice, dense, compact habit.
Yeah, man, this is always one that catches my eye. I mean, the color during the springtime, it's so nice, and it really just like, it's like, hey, look at me, man, you know?
It is an eye catcher. It's heavily divided because it's almost a little more Matt Murray style with that short and center node, so it just looks different than a lot of the other brooms. What shocks me is not only do you get that weird red to kind of orangey spring vibes to it, you get a really intense yellow in the fall, which is pretty cool from going from a red to a yellow on a broom. Great pairing with something like Jerry Schwartz or any of the other brooms because you kind of get a ton of contrast there. The brooms are always popular for container gardens, so you can put this one in a big patio planter as well. But Orion, always a home run.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be one that, you know, you're going to kind of want to set it to the side, let it have its own kind of stage out there because it's going to change a lot through the seasons. And I mean, I think this is one of my favorite witch's brooms. I don't have one yet, but I'm working there. You might be doing me some convincing right now, man. So.
Orion. Japanese maple.
Exactly, man. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that 10 at 10. And yeah, I mean, if you like these 10, just wait till you check out those other 10.
There's some surprises. There's some cool stuff in there, guys. Make sure to be signed up for that email. That should already be out. We really appreciate you subscribing here on the Mr. Maple Show. We really appreciate you supporting what we do with all this content by shopping with us on MrMaple.com.
Yeah, guys, remember to take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.